All right, thanks, guys. The KT Wiz take on the LG Twins. And that's going to be a 1 a.m. Eastern first pitch. LG's the $1.37 favorite. Totals 10.5, juice to the over. And if you like the Wiz in an upset, they're plus 105 on the money line and minus $1.88 catching the run and a half. I'm 5-2 in my last 7 daily best play premium sports picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm also a very solid 63% my last 16 Underdog tier package picks on that website as well. If you want to sign up for my premium picks on that site, or if you just, want to check it out and browse a little bit, link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. The Wiz are coming fresh off a tough 6-5 loss to the LG Twins in their last outing. They blew a 5-2 lead going into the top of the 8th. The Wiz are also on a 2-game losing streak, including a 9-4 loss to the Hanwha Eagles during that span as well. The Wiz 400 win percentage currently has them in 8th place in the 10-team KBO. Meanwhile, on the other side, the LG Twins are currently on a 2-game winning streak, including a 2-0 shutout victory over the Samsung Lions during that stretch. They've also won 9 out of their last 11, racking up double-digit run totals in 3 of those victories. The Twins are currently in 2nd place in the KBO and are just 2 games back of the NC Dinos for that first place spot. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the Dinos' last 5 got over the total of 10.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the other side, the KT Wiz saw their last 2 straight get over that number themselves. They also saw 6 out of their last 7 get over the 10.5 as well. Looks like a fairly good spot for over bettors here. Give me the LG Twins minus 137 and the over 10.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's KBO baseball action, and those games are going off very early, folks, so you may want to just stay up or wake up really, really early. But before we dive into some more of these games, I just want to quickly remind you once again, I'm 5-2 in my last 7 daily best play tier package picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. That's a really awesome website where I sell really great sports picks subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. One of those packages is actually called the Dog of the Day tier membership, and I'm hitting at a very solid 63% in my last 16 picks in that category. So I strongly recommend you consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, let's go ahead and move on. All starts Eastern Standard Time, and on deck we have Kai Woom squaring off against the Lotte Giants in a 4 a.m. Eastern start time. The Heroes are the $1.88 favorite with the total at 9.5 flat. And if you like the Giants in this spot here, they're plus $1.45 for an outright win and minus $1.25 catching the run and a half. And speaking of the Giants, they're coming fresh off a 9-7 victory over this very Kai Woom squad. They came back from a 4-3 deficit to get the W in that contest there. The Giants also garnered themselves a solid 5-1 victory against the Hanwha Eagles within their last handful of games as well. Lotte's just 2 games back of 2nd place in the 10-team KBO. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kai Woom dropped 2 out of their last 3 themselves, including a 5-3 loss to the last place SK Wyverns. They've also been victorious in just 3 out of their last 8. Good for a win percentage of just .375 during that short span. Now, total-wise, Kai Woom's last 2 straight got over the total of 9.5 runs. Matter of fact, 4 out of their last 5 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lotte saw 2 out of their last 4 get over the 9.5 themselves. Might not be a terrible spot for an overplay here. Give me the Lotte Giants plus 1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash, and the over 9.5 in that spot. Next game, It is going to be the Hanwha Eagles versus the NC Dinos, 4 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Dinos are the $2.25 favorite with the total at 8.5, juice to the over. And if you like Hanwha in an upset, they're plus 165 on the money line and minus 133 catching the run and a half. Hanwha's coming fresh off a 5-3 victory over this very NC Dino team. Huge upset there. They held the Dinos to just 6 total hits in that victory. The Eagles are also on a 2-game winning streak, including a 9-4 victory over the KT Wiz. Their 5-3 record in their last 8 is good for 63% during that span. They also scored 26 total runs in their last 4 outings. The Dinos on the other side have dropped 2 out of their last 3 themselves, including a loss during that span to the Doosan Bears, where they scored a measly 1 run in that contest. Now, total-wise, oddly enough, 3 out of the Dinos' last 5 got over the total of 8.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the Eagles side of things, 2 out of Hanwha's last 3 got over the total of 8.5 runs themselves. 4 out of their last 5 also got over that total. Might not be a bad spot for overbettors here. So with all that said and done, give me the Hanwha Eagles plus 1.5, keeping that one close, and the over 8.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be the Kia Tigers squaring off against the SK Wyverns in a 4 a.m. Eastern start time. The Tigers are $1.75 with the total at 8.5, juice to the under. And if you like the Wyverns catching the plus money, they're plus 130 for an outright win and minus 150 catching the run and a half. Wyverns are they're coming fresh off a loss to this very Kia squad where they scored just 1 run in that contest. They're also currently on a 2-game losing streak, including a 9-8 loss to the Kaiwoom Heroes during that span as well. Their dismal 2-13 record on the season is good for a win percentage of just 133. It's also good for dead last in the 10-team KBO. The Tigers, on the other side, are currently on a 4-game winning streak, and they swept the Lotte Giants 3-0 in their last series. Now, their 5-1 record in their last 6 is good for 83% during that short span. They're also holding their opponents to just 1.6 runs per contest on average in their last 5 wins. Now, scoring-wise, Kia's last 3 straight stayed under the total of 8.5 runs. Meanwhile, the Wyverns on the other side saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under that total themselves. This might not be a terrible play for underbettors here. Give me the Kia Tigers winning this one outright for some fairly pricey moneyline cash and the under 8.5 in that contest. And with that, I'm going to slide to my next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be the Doosan Bears taking on the Samsung Lions, and that's going to be a 4 a.m. Eastern start time. The Bears are the $2 favorite, totals 10.5, juice to the over. The Lions are plus 155 on the money line and minus 110 on the run line. Now, when it comes to this total, Doosan's last 2 straight got over the total of 10.5 runs. 12 out of their 16 games on the season also got over that total as well. A lot of overs in that category. Meanwhile, Samsung on the other side saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the 10.5 themselves. 6 out of their last 8 also got over that total. Doesn't look like too bad of a spot here for an overplay, but when it comes to the sides on this matchup here, you got to listen up here. I have a really nice, somewhat sneaky play that I'm making on the sides in this contest here, and you can find out what I'm betting in my $1.99 package on patreon.com/Brock page. Link for that play is in the description section below. Once again, it's my daily best play for Saturday, and it's just for $1.99 through the end of the month. So you pay today, you get a daily best play today, and every single day through the end of the month for just $1.99, a flat rate. So once again, I'm going to lean toward my Patreon daily best play on the sides and the over 10.5 in that contest. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout-out to Jay Williams, Kyle Moran, Bill McMahon, Brian T., Jose Lopez, Dwayne McNeil, Brandon Saunders, and Aaron Bell. Shout-outs from our Instagram platform. Shout-out to Original Kush, Bubba Jonesy, Boston Celtics, Boss Duck, Will Slade, Blackjack Genie, Verdan Photo, and Taylor Starks. And finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to Stephanie Sanchez, Adrian Angel, Eric McNeely, Ben Houston, Ricardo Arzola, Brian Robinson, Edward Walker, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, Ronald Moore. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching here today. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information right here on YouTube. I really hope you appreciate it, and I certainly appreciate producing it for you each and every day for free. So once again, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Friday or Saturday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.